The Nightbeat starts right now.
A family relieved when their stolen vehicle was recovered, but then they got hit with hundreds of dollars in fees. Tonight, KSAT investigates why that family was stuck with the bill.
Is it discrimination? We're talking about a bill designed to keep people from certain foreign countries from buying land in the state of Texas.
And have you heard? Yeah, Fiesta's underway. Tonight, we take you to Gartenfest 2023. But first,
a car stolen from a San Antonio family, and why they thought it was gone for good. The vehicle was actually later found parked just blocks away and then towed to the city's impound lot. That's where the family was charged hundreds of dollars in fees.
Hundreds of dollars. KSAT investigates. Dylan Collier digs into how this happened.
Nobody was talking to each other. The systems aren't working together.
The relief that Eddie Fisher felt after his daughter's Volkswagen sedan was back in the family's possession has pretty much been wiped out by the expensive series of events that led to its recovery. The car was stolen from this downtown parking lot March 3rd. After reporting the theft, Fisher didn't hear anything for weeks until he got a letter in the mail informing him the VW was at the Groudon Pound, where it had been sitting among a sea of vehicles for nearly 10 days. The cost to get it out, more than $465. An impound employee informed Fisher,
"You're not the first and you're not going to be the last."
To add insult to injury, Fisher then received notices from the city of San Antonio that the car had accrued more than $200 in parking tickets in the days following its disappearance. The vehicle repeatedly cited after apparently being abandoned along this stretch of East Market Street.
So how does city parking enforcement write ticket after ticket for a vehicle listed in that same city's police department records as being stolen without realizing it?
A spokeswoman for Center City Development and Operations, which oversees downtown parking, told us in a statement that while parking enforcement officers scan the VIN, or vehicle identification number, they only have access to its make information. Its owner and address info are unavailable to them. So the car didn't hit as being stolen until after it was towed to the pound. Fisher said his experience shows a lack of communication between city departments.
We didn't ask for this car to be stolen. Nobody else asks for their car to be stolen. The fees that just impound and compile are it's just crazy. It's crazy to see that nobody will try to help and fix that problem.
For KSAT Investigates, I'm Dylan Collier.
Does not seem right that a victim gets even more tickets and fines. Well, city officials confirm that they have now dismissed the parking tickets written for the stolen vehicle. The car was returned with a broken taillight and a crack in its bumper. I want to tell you about something new on the Nightbeat. We're following an incident happening right now at the San Antonio airport. This was the scene just a short time ago. Hazmat crews were actually there, called in after reports of a powdery substance found in the rental car area. San Antonio firefighters tell us one person taken to the hospital as a precaution. At this time, there are no reports of any serious injuries. An airport spokeswoman tells us they are still working to get more information, but you can tell a lot of uneasy people when they see the hazmat suits come out.
Yeah, not something you want to see at the airport. Now, new body cam video tonight from SAPD in two separate shootings. Just a quick warning, this video is difficult to watch. Both of these shootings happened in March, just one day apart. In both cases, officers shot the suspects. Now take a look.
The first one, this one that you're watching, happened on March 28th. It started at a car wash on Essex and Hackberry, ended at the suspect's home on Mesquite near South Hackberry. Now, in this video, here you see the officer get out of his car at a home. The suspect, Paul Palafox, begins to fire at officers with an AR-15. Police were able to actually find him with the help of their drone. Later in this video, an officer shoots Palafox from across the street. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he died days later.
Now, the day after that shooting, there was another shooting on the south side at Arnold Park on Gillette Boulevard. The video shows officers telling the suspect, 26-year-old Raul Arzola, to put down a gun that was in his hand. Police say that Arzola pointed the gun at his head and then turned it toward the two officers. And that's when the officers say they shot Arzola. Now, he tried running away, but police arrested him. Arzola, by the way, did survive his injuries, and now he's charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault on a public servant and 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
2 of her children escaped, another was injured, another killed. We've got an update on the woman and child injured in a shooting at a Northside home. The mother and her 2-year-old daughter are out of the hospital tonight. That's good news. Mariah Claire and her daughter were released from the hospital yesterday. Claire's 11-month-old daughter killed in that attack. Funeral services for her will be held on May 3rd. Claire's ex-husband, 50-year-old Stephen Claire, arrested in this attack. He's charged with capital murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
And now for a look at some of today's big headlines in your Nightbeat news flash. Lots of questions after a body was found at Espada Park. Police say that a man who was fishing found the body. He noticed it floating in the river, but investigators think that the person died somewhere else and then floated downstream. Now, they haven't been able to identify the person because the body was already decomposed. A scary scene in Cibolo this morning after a big rig, look at that, got smashed by an oncoming train. Now that's a look at the aftermath at FM 78 and Country Road. That's where a couple was driving when their trailer couldn't make it over the incline. Now lucky for them, they got out of the vehicle right before that train came. Now this has happened before in Cibolo. In fact, a Cibolo city councilman says the city needs to step up and take action to avoid these types of accidents. And a wild search at the San Antonio Zoo after a monkey escaped its enclosure. A KSAT viewer sent us video of that baby monkey yesterday. Zoo staff are telling us that they eventually returned the animal to its enclosure. It's now safe, healthy, and back with its mother. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
Clear radar across San Antonio at the moment. We're seeing some thunderstorm development up in the hill country, especially from Junction over toward Fredericksburg. Not in Fredericksburg yet. One severe thunderstorm warning for the extreme northwestern part of Gillespie County, north of Fredericksburg, but a bit of hail headed toward the city of Fredericksburg. Most of the action today, so far at least, has been from Waco down toward Austin and even closer to the DFW area. But around here, we're still waiting on it. Our rain and storm chances spike at 3 a.m. That's when they're the greatest, and that's when we're expecting that broken line to move into town and then taper off through the morning commute. This is just round one, though. Another round of thunderstorms on the way and in the forecast, and I just had to modify the timing of that next round a little bit. We'll get into that coming right up.
Thank you, Adam. The Fiesta festivities continue, and Gartenfest has officially kicked off.
The 3-day event where you can enjoy German culture and delicacies. It's actually located at Beethoven Manor Corps in the King William area. Yeah,
the night team's John Paul Barajas has been there all afternoon. He takes us inside the German Fiesta Fun.
Oh, he holler! They'll be here today.
Pros, Gartenfest 2023 is off to an amazing start and has all the Fiesta fun, but mixed with great German delicacies.
It's pretty awesome. I love it. With beer cheese with the pretzel, the beer cheese is awesome. Potato pancakes, which are yummy with applesauce, and the brats are delicious. The buns are like perfect brat buns.
And when you have a large selection of awesome food, you need something to wash it down with.
We love the beer.
Absolutely. Gartenfest has all your domestic favorites, but it also has 15 different German beers all on tap for that crisp, tasty first sip. And to keep it at the perfect temperature, you need a beer stein.
And this keeps the beer really cold. For Texas weather, this is ideal.
But unlike most Fiesta events, the wardrobes you might see are slightly different. Like lederhosen.
You look amazing, but I think the one thing that really seals the deal on the outfit
is my KSAT medal.
Gartenfest is a Fiesta party you don't want to miss.
We'll definitely be back. I might be back Friday.
Viva Fiesta! Back out here, Gartenfest is still rocking. We're still partying. It doesn't end till midnight. It's perfect timing for somebody who might get off work right after the live shot. I'm not talking about anybody specific, but if you can't come tonight, you can come tomorrow and Friday. They're partying from 5 to midnight. Plenty of good stuff to hang out and experience. The band is rocking. The experience, you can't forget the beer. You can't forget the beer. Pros, it's a great time. You don't want to miss it. Come out, check it out in the King William District. I'm having a great time. There's way too many German beers that I haven't been able to taste yet. So I'm gonna sign off right now and go have some fun. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
All right, John Paul, before you go, I know you were going to search for some lederhosen. Did you find any lederhosen?
I did, but I only found your size, so I'll bring them back to the station, and you can put them on tomorrow. Don't worry about it, Steve. I got you covered.
I was hoping it was something with a floral theme, like your shirt, like some sort of lederhosen like that to match your shirt.
You know,
right?
I needed something to pop.
Yeah,
I needed something to pop.
Maybe
Fiesta ready, not Garden Fest ready.
Maybe something bright to bring out your eyes or something. I don't know. Thank you, John Paul. Appreciate your time.
Who knows? Flambeau's coming up.
That's right.
This is true. This is true. Not known for his modesty.
Always have a designated driver to take you home, get you home safe, and just watch over you guys. You know, you don't want nothing crazy to happen when you're having fun. So it's just better to be safe than sorry.
It's great advice. If you're looking to party hard during Fiesta, make sure to do it responsibly. Use rideshare apps like Uber and Lyft to avoid getting behind the wheel. A designated driver, always a good idea. Bexar County sheriffs have already arrested more people this year than last for driving while intoxicated.
And it's not even over yet. Wow. Now, our Fiesta coverage continues online. If you see that QR code on your screen, what you got to do is open your phone's camera feature, and that is going to take you to our Fiesta homepage, and that's where you can find event schedules, parking information, and also the parades.
Barred from buying, why some are calling a Texas bill a form of discrimination. We'll tell you about it.
The Chinese, Russians, and other Asians living in Texas might not be able to buy property. The Texas Senate passed a bill that would ban non-U.S. citizens of certain descents from buying farmland in the Lone Star State. The Night Team's Patty Santos tells us that the Asian community is calling this a violation of federal rights.
SB 147 would ban Chinese, Russians, Koreans, and Iranians from being able to buy farmland, timberland, and fossil fuel rights in Texas. The author of the bill says it's to protect the national security of the United States.
I bring this bill before you as a liberty lover and someone that wants to protect our food security, our mineral security, and the future of our great state.
The Asian American community says it's a racist bill.
It is just mind-boggling that at this time and age in 2023 that we are discriminating a race, a person due to their origin.
Members with the San Antonio chapter of the Asian Real Estate Association of America says the bill is bad for business.
So does that mean I have to ask somebody, let me see your passport before I show you land, before you can even look at land?
It's very reminiscent of a history of anti-Asian legislation that's been passed both nationally and locally in the country since the 1800s, starting with the Chinese Exclusion Act.
Still healing from the rise in violence their community felt during the pandemic, they fear this bill will increase the hate.
The consequence of this bill will be an increased violence against Americans. How is that national security?
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
So Senate Bill 147 is now going to go to the House for a vote, and then next month, opponents to the bill are planning to rally up in Austin.
People who live in the town of Comfort will now be able to get early flood warnings, all thanks to Betty Murphy and her project to document the flood of 1978. That's her standing next to a newly installed USGS flood sensor monitor data collector. It's going to track water levels on Lazy Creek. Murphy relentless in raising funds and awareness about the fact there was still no warning system for the town of Comfort. You can read the full story on how she did it on KSAT.com.
That's why activism is so important.
Yep. Way to go, Betty.
Yeah. A live look outside right now. We're looking at I-10 right now, right? 10-17, 77 degrees. And okay, so we're looking out for a few things. 2 rounds of storms, Adam, and the timing is really important here.
Yeah, the first round comes tonight, and it still looks like we'll have a decent amount of showers and storms move through, some of which could even wake you up, especially closer to 3 a.m. And then the next round comes tomorrow night, and really tomorrow evening is where we've modified the timeline. So 2 rounds of storms, straight line wind gusts, and even large hail possible. Fiesta parades are looking A-OK. The timing of it is just fine for the Fiesta parades, and we'll get into those details in a moment. First of all, a look at tonight's storm chances there. You see how they jump up around 3 a.m. and then really fall off again as we progress through the morning commute. So this is really one of those very late night, very early morning events that we're expecting. Right now, not a whole lot of action, just some development in parts of the hill country. We talked about northern Gillespie County, where we have that severe thunderstorm warning for a little hail core just north of Fredericksburg at this time, but nothing around town. And again, I wouldn't expect anything until a little closer to 3 a.m. Here's the big picture across the state. Dynamic pattern coming together with a cold front. And out ahead of it here, widespread severe thunderstorms earlier this afternoon, especially around Waco. Actually, within just 2 miles east of Waco, there was a report of 4.5-inch diameter hail. That's huge. That's like baseball to softball size hail that was reported. And now we still have this severe thunderstorm watch for our friends to the north in Austin, and then a tornado watch for our friends off to the east. But it's because of this cold front that's dropping in why we're expecting some more development later on tonight / early tomorrow morning. Here's the latest futurecast, and notice by midnight, most of the action still near Austin. I do think there will be some further development westward, but then by 3 a.m. it drops into the San Antonio area. Could have some pockets of severe weather with it. For the early parts of the commute, we'll have some lingering showers and storms, but most of it pushing southward with the cold front. And then after sunrise, I think the rain around San Antonio is going to be pretty much done. And the daytime hours tomorrow, just fine. We'll have a lot of sunshine during the day, a beautiful day. 78, that's our current reading. 67, the dew point. We've got that humidity in the air. That dew point's going to fall off tomorrow. You won't notice the mugginess because of a drop in the humidity as a result of the cold front tonight. It comes back on Friday and then disappears again for the upcoming weekend. Kind of amazing. Fiesta Flambeau, it's going to be cooler with low humidity for a change. Not going to have all the confetti stuck to your skin as much as we're used to. So 63 tomorrow morning, then sunny and 82 in the afternoon. Some of those very early morning showers and storms lingering, but by and large, when you think of tomorrow, think of Thursday, think of sunshine, low humidity, and lower 80s. Friday morning, Battle of Flowers, temperatures in the 70s, a mixture of sun and clouds and increasing humidity, but all in all, very agreeable for the Battle of Flowers parade. Fiesta Flambeau, Saturday night, will be in the 60s, falling through the 60s Saturday night. So cool relative to what we're used to for Fiesta Flambeau and low humidity. You'll also notice a gusty wind out of the north. But I also want to talk about this second round of storms. So Friday evening, we're talking after the Battle of Flowers parade. Friday evening, we'll have some widespread numerous showers and storms. I've moved the timeline up a bit, meaning earlier in the evening on Friday, probably between 6 and 8 p.m. is when we can see some storms start to move in around San Antonio, some of which could become strong to severe. We'll have updates throughout the morning and throughout the day tomorrow on that. But look at Saturday. Partly cloudy, 72 the high. And then Sunday morning, we're at 51 for the morning low temperature. Really quickly, my last medal giveaway of this Fiesta, Legacy Park tomorrow. Medals given away at 6, line begins at 4.
Oh, yeah, and those are nice medals. I would say the best medals.
They're my favorite.
Yes, yeah, they're pretty cool.
All right, so it's just the nature of drafts. At some point, there's going to be a Cowboys conundrum.
There absolutely will be a Cowboys conundrum.
What will they do?
And that's what we've been talking with the Cowboys this week. If things don't go as planned, what do you do when it doesn't go planned, right? Well, Mike McCarthy says you just got to trust your draft board and how you have these players rated. Plus, a Wolf dominated at the Wolf today. Coming up.
Yeah, I want to talk specifically about what we're doing with our plans for the draft. We'll evaluate. We'll have to be ready to pick. When our time comes to pick, we'll be ready to pick.
That's Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans when asked if there's a scenario where he could see them pass on a quarterback in the draft in Big Board Sports.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
By this time tomorrow night, one young man will be the newest member of the Dallas Cowboys. The boys are putting the final touches on their draft board as they get ready to select 26th overall in the first round of the draft. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and Coach McCarthy have done mock drafts as they try to prep for every scenario they can think of. And now that McCarthy will call the offensive plays, he was asked if his approach to the draft or his input changed at all compared to years past.
I just think the draft board is so much like your call sheet in the Super Bowl. I mean, there's so much work that goes in to putting together this draft board. You have to trust you got to trust your board. And I think that's the times that I've been in rooms when you don't trust it, you know, the room for error increases. So, and being down there at 26, you know, I'm an optimist. I have great confidence there'll be a hell of a football player there when we pick each and every round.
When it comes to the Houston Texans, who have the second overall pick, an NFC executive told ESPN, quote, "No one knows what they're doing," end quote. Feels like anything is possible with them, and if they select a defender first and not a quarterback, that could throw the top 10 out of whack. It does appear the Texans are ready to draft a defender, and it's also possible they could trade out of the second spot. Now, when it comes to the top 30 visits, that's where a team can bring up to 30 players to their facility for interviews, meetings, and a physical. Does DeMeco Ryans go in with a set list of questions?
Meeting with players, it's organic. Right? It's not a set list of questions that we go down. It's organic because each individual is different. So I don't treat guys the same, or I don't have the same set of questions for everybody. It's just an organic meeting, like truly trying to understand and get to know the person, understand their why and what motivates them.
2023 NFL Draft starts tomorrow night with the first round at 7. Rounds 2 and 3 will take place Friday night at 6, and it's all live right here on KSAT 12. In Texas League Baseball, the San Antonio Missions hosted the Northwest Arkansas Naturals today, a 12:05 p.m. start. Missions starting pitcher Jackson Wolf was nearly untouchable. He went 5 innings strong, allowing 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk with 10 strikeouts. He's the first Missions pitcher since Birch Smith in 2019 to strike out 10 batters in a game. Meanwhile, Missions catcher Michael De La Cruz had a big bat going on, 3 for 4, but 4 runs batted in. The Missions roll 10-2. Wolf gets the win to improve the 2-2, and he was more than ready for that early start.
I wanted it to kind of be that spark today. You know, it is hard with that quick turnaround, and so I wanted to try and be that leader and try and be contagious. And I think my energy it rubbed off on a lot of other guys today, and everyone just kind of went out and had fun.
Missions are now 8-8 and will host the Naturals tomorrow night at 7:05. If anything, UTSA baseball, they don't give up. Last night, they trailed Houston Christian University 6-0 after 2.5 innings and 8-4 after 6. No worries. UTSA would score 2 runs in the 7th, 3 more in the bottom of the 9th to come back and walk off the Huskies 9-8. Matt King was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to send Caleb Hill home with the game winner.
Baseball's a marathon, and they understand that. Guys like Leighton Berry and Josh Killeen. So I can't sit here and tell you I knew we were going to come back and win, but I knew the guys weren't going to get rattled or anything like that. We're just going to play our game. We're going to play pitch to pitch, and you got to give our guys a lot of credit. They just kept having good at-bats, and that's what we needed.
UTSA will return to CUSA action Friday when they open a 3-game series at UAB. The Reds walked off the Rangers again after the break. Reds hosting the Rangers this afternoon. Cincy starter Graham Ashcraft pitching for the first time since his grandmother Teresa Ann passed away. Top 2, no score, bases loaded, Ashcraft in a jam. Josh Smith grounds out to end the inning, and Ashcraft is all kinds of pumped up. Bottom 9, tied at 3, and Nick Senzel ends the game with 1 swing of the bat, a 2-run shot. Reds win 5-3 to sweep the 3-game series. Astros at the Rays, bottom of the first inning. Runners on the corners when Alex Bregman chops one to Rays shortstop Wander Franco. He can't come up with the ball cleanly. That's an E6. Jeremy Pena scores from third. Your only run of the game. Astros' Mauricio Dubon singled in the top of the 5th to extend his hitting streak to 20 straight. Astros win 1-0, taking 2 of 3 from the Rays. And in soccer, in the 3rd round of the U.S. Open Cup, San Antonio FC was knocked out by Nashville tonight, 1-0.
Boo.
Boo.
Thank you, Larry.
And we'll be right back.
Don't be surprised if you get woken up by some storms around 3 a.m. in San Antonio and then a little farther along in the morning south of town. But most of the day tomorrow, sunny, low humidity, 82. Friday looking good for Battle of Flowers. It's Friday evening around sunset. Storms likely to move in.
And we're excited to see you on Saturday.
Yeah, Flambeau.
Have a good night.
See you tomorrow.